One thing I love about doing this event is that it seems like every year, one more or two more little stories that I didn't know about Frank Wolfe emerge. So thank you for sharing some of that and that beautiful poetry. Might move over to that other mic because it looks more stationed for me. Yeah. Okay, we're good. So I'm going to close the night by reading a poem that Jen Hetrick, who puts together this event every year, wrote and sent to me. And I may call upon the pronunciation of my boyfriend Chris for one single part. So her poem is called 2023 Teaches Me That All Grieving is Tied Together. Dear Frank, I miss you. I miss my dog. He died in June. You met him once as you sat in the front seat of my car on our way to drive you home from an open mic. We stopped at my house and I brought him outside so you could see him. It's so hard without him, and without you, and without my mom. Also, my friend Al Herring died in July. He was the father of artist Keith Haring, who painted bubble-ish shaped people and dogs. If you Google his name under the Images tab, most folks recognize his art right away once they see it, even if they didn't remember his name. After Keith died, my art teacher in first grade had us practice his style on construction paper. I did not know that, years later, I'd become friends with his dad, finding this part out well after I met him. Al worked at Western Electric in Lehigh County as a very engineering-minded man. But as a teenager, he labored in a sock factory in Fleetwood. And I wrote a poem about his memories of that time in my first book, where he also taught me and helped me to research accuracy of Pennsylvania Dutch cursing. You see,
Godverdompt heilig donderwetter
means goddamn holy thunder weather. He and his friends would yell it as they grabbed steaming hot, freshly stitched socks to stack for packaging the next day. Al's family asked me to read my poem about him at his memorial service this summer. They ran out of chairs. That many people showed up, just like at your funeral. I keep thinking of how lots of people showing up, paying their respects when you die. It just speaks volumes. My mom's family disowned her for adopting my sister from South Korea before I was born, as they were prejudiced, racist. I had never met my grandmother, but when I was in third grade, she walked past us at Freed's supermarket, ignoring us. My mom slowed down at the end of the aisle to whisper to me jarringly, yet fast, that we'd just walked past my grandmother, her mother. And just then, I saw her try to hide her stare in my direction to see what her youngest granddaughter had turned out like. Me wearing a white tank top and leggings with blue roses on them. My mom mailed her letters and pictures of me, and we never heard back. But years after my mom died of breast cancer, I went to this woman's funeral for my mom's sake, and there were only 8 of us total. Do you see that difference? It is real, and it is something we can learn from in our processing of life, information, grief, and how we choose to carry ourselves and be to others out in this world we share. I miss my mom so much since losing her in 2006. You took one of my favorite photos of her from the 1940s when she was just a little girl and painted her as a gift to me, and I have never stopped being grateful for that. That painting means the world to me, as you do, as she does, as Al does, as my dog does. 2023 teaches me that all grieving is tied together, at least in the arena of whatever it means when we reference our hearts. Grief is transformative. It is a teacher, like I am, like you are, like your life is. There is magic in existing, but there is complex pain in it as well. It brims with lessons, but we don't always have it in us to be ready for and aware of them. It takes effort and a brain not so fully maxed out. Grief teaches me to slow down, to sit with all I can't fix and bring back. Because that is how we navigate through it and learn to grow around our loss. Thank you for your part in the magic in my world and for weaving your way into the lessons I need to absorb while I'm still here. In knowing I can be a bridge for all of us, connecting us, teaching us how to be there for each other while our lungs keep doing their work for as long as they'll last. Jennifer Hetrick, August 26, 2023. Thank you guys so much for being here and honoring Frank Wolfe with me. And I look forward to hopefully being back next year to host this open mic again.
Yeah.